Remember 7th anniversary Uryu? Well, this is him now. It feels so weird to see an SP boost on this character. But for today's video, we are here to try out the new Sang-Do Link. For those that don't know, he's the first character in the game to offer 40% spiritual pressure boost to any character when using him as the Link. So that allows us to use these characters that don't normally get an SP boost and allow them to get the SP boost. Now, just to throw that out there, I did briefly mention it in my showcase for Sang-Do, which I recommend you guys should check out. You could use it as a Link for any character, like you could actually put it on 8th anniversary Ichigo, and it would allow him to get the SP boost. You wouldn't want to do that because he's a power character and he doesn't get any extra stats. And at that point, you're probably just better off bringing a recharge Link. And to be fair, you're probably still better off bringing a recharge Link, but it is still fun to mess around with. And I just want to see how it does perform, right? Is it better than just using a recharge Link? Is it actually worth using? That's what we're here to look at today. So one of the better examples of characters to showcase with this new SP boost is one of the best characters in the game, one of the best speed characters in the game that doesn't already have access to a spiritual pressure boost. And that, of course, is Uryu. Uryu as a character has friendly +2, a good amount of Berserker, and also most importantly, when the gauge does activate, he gets the 100% extra Berserker value. He was the first gauge character, so he isn't as special or unique anymore. But now with the Sang-Do Link that we do have, we can give him the 40% SP boost. Obviously, it does come at the cost of a recharge Link, but I'm curious to see how this does perform. So let's just jump into a quest and see how it does look. Now, in Uryu's case, it's almost too powerful because he does have an increased chance. So let's use one strong attack. Look at that. What? It feels alien to see this. What do you mean Uryu has an SP boost? Ew. I mean, to be fair, maybe we should try him out in co-op content because this does seem to be a bit too easy. But look at that, 40% SP boost. Now, for those that are unaware, this Link was actually in-game like a month prior to Sang-Do. We actually knew this Link was coming into the game because you could actually see it as a sort ability. If you went to sort links, you would be able to see it. And I would have assumed, given the nature of the Link, that it would have been on some resurrectable character. It wouldn't be the first time a resurrectable character does get a unique soul trait for the first time. And we went for it super quick, by the way. So to see on a new character was quite surprising. At the same time, not really that surprising. But to see it at 40%, it is quite high, to be fair. Like, I thought maybe 20%, but to be fair, I wouldn't still mind seeing this soul trait as a Link for resurrectable characters, but maybe lower it to 20%. But the benefit is that you actually get a recharge Link, and that would actually be really worthwhile using. So in that case, we did get a 45-second clear time. Let's do one more run to see if we can actually clear faster. I feel like we did mess up there a tad bit. We'll do one more run just to compare the clear times before and after, right? Unfortunately, I did mess up my strong attack 2 there. Already messing up all my particular strong attack placements. Definitely not the best run. That's fine, though. We'll use our SA3 there. Into the 1. Gauge is activated after we use this strong attack. Great back range on that lunge, by the way. Still why it's one of the best lunges in the entire game. One of the best SA2s in the entire game. What's the damage numbers we're looking at, though? Like 12k per hit, 13k? Well, we definitely are one-shotting. But I want to know if we're one-shot because of the SP boost or just because Uryu already one-shots to begin with. If we definitely want to try this strategy, it's definitely worth using. Especially if you have Macy on the team. I mean, with Uryu, he already gets the gauge right. The gauge is going to lower his cooldown. Macy lowers the cooldown in between stages. Like, this is definitely a viable strategy, at least when it comes to single-player content, if you do like using Anniversary Uryu. Let's say it's your favorite character. This Uryu is still the best and most fun Uryu in the game. It's worth doing. It honestly is. Let's take off the Link, though, and see what the run looks like now. All right, then, let's see how this does go. The difference here is that I probably know the spawns better. Let's use our SA3 there. Down with the 1. Now, if I can pay attention to damage output, what does it look like we're doing? I think we're hitting like 15k. Not really too sure. I feel like we're doing noticeably less damage, to be fair. Having to use more strong attacks here. Still going to clear relatively fast, though, right? Let's use our SA3 there. Let's stay down into the 1. There we go. And then in this case, let's finish up with the SA2. To be fair, it does seem to be fast about the SP boost, right? So that's something to keep in mind. It does seem to potentially be a gimmick, something that you can do. But then again, the clear time was barely any different. We were like 2 seconds faster. If anything, that just comes down to personal error. I feel like I was a tad bit better with my strong attack placement since I just played this quest 3 times in this particular run as opposed to my last run. So at least with Macy in the team, it almost looks like the same. You're doing more damage potentially, and the clear time is almost not even noteworthy. So if anything, I probably would stick around using the Sang-Do Link over doing a full recharge build. Additionally, what you also can do is we can put it on Yachiru Unohana, because remember, this SP boost does actually stack. So characters naturally with 80% SP boost built into the character can now go up to 120%, just like Sang-Do himself, right? Now, the thing with Yachiru, the great thing about it is that she does actually have built-in 18% recharge. So what we can Sang-do is used to 14% recharge soul traits, and then also the Sang-do trait. And in that way, we're still getting a decent amount of recharge. The average or usual is 48%. Now that can go upwards to 54% if you are using 14% recharge soul traits. But for the most part, if you're just using the usual 12% recharge builds, no enhanced links, you are only losing at 8% recharge. And the benefit is that you're now getting 40% SP. Is this more worth it? It might actually be. But then again, to be fair with Yachiru, she is getting like so much overkill damage anyway. But let's quickly do a test on what her strong attack cooldown is looking like with and without the Sang-do link, just to quickly get a demonstration. So on your screen right now, the left side is Yachiru without the Sang-do link, full recharge build, and the right side is with the Sang-do link. With the Sang-do link, we're looking at a 5-second SA1, 9-second SA2, and a 17-second SA3, which to be fair is quite on the higher end. I don't like SA3s being that long. With a full recharge, definitely looks to be the more optimal play here. Since your SA1 and also 2 are on a 4 and 7-second cooldown, you can get away with that usually, but the SA3 being on a 13-second cooldown definitely feels a lot more comfortable. At the same time, we did a quick demonstration run in Guild Quest. Now keep in mind, I just did 2 quick runs. They were by no means the most optimal runs on both sides. The clear time for both characters was very similar. The full recharge build definitely being the more optimal play here. The full recharge build definitely being the better run since it did score better. But it's also worth mentioning that both runs weren't really that optimal. I definitely made a few mistakes. I just did 2 quick runs, right? One thing I will say, of course, as expected, the full recharge build definitely feels a lot more comfortable, especially when you are using a max transcended Yachiru, where you're already overkilling and doing more damage than the bosses have HP. So the extra damage that you do get from Sang-do does make that much of a difference. I will say though, with the Sang-do link, there were times where we actually did kill. So I would say maybe for a non-max transcended Yachiru, the Sang-do link makes more of a difference, since if you're not already doing more overkill damage, then you don't really need that extra damage, right? The more recharge is better, and that's always why more recharge has always been better than more damage. So this isn't really a new thing for BBS. I think in some cases you might want to rock the Sang-do link, but it definitely is weird not having a strong attack ready. Though I believe in our 4th run with the Sang-do link team, you know, I was sitting there for like 2-3 seconds with no strong attacks ready to go, and it was kind of awkward. Either way, again, similar clear times across the board, right? I would definitely still recommend rocking the recharge build though. So with that said, lads, just wanted to have a bit of fun, test out the new Sang-do link. To no one's surprise, it's definitely still better to rock recharge, right? This isn't rocket science, we knew that anyway, but it's definitely something you can do. Like, I did not mean to make the joke then. I think I'm more excited to see this link get put on a resurrectable character, because that's when it's actually going to be really interesting. And it might be one of the best links in the entire game, so I don't think we're ever going to see a resurrectable character get it. But man, if we ever do, that is going to be an exciting time, and it would be worth having the character just for that link alone. Because being able to get a 12% recharge and potentially, let's say 20, even maybe 10%, maybe 10% low, let's say 20%, 15%, I don't know, SP boost, and then put down any character, that'll be kind of crazy. It really would. Either way though, hope you liked and enjoyed this video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.